invest in a new business. Park it right there. Alright. Now I just gotta get down to it and be able to get back up again. We may end up needing a stronger truck to get back up that hill on a regular basis, carrying things. But we'll work on that. And that investment might generate enough income to work on the other investment. Because that is quite a hill right there. And we're going to have to bring around something with some supplies for this place because it needs a couple things other than just the wood pellet. Or the wood chips, rather. I'd have to move our forklift over for one. Okay, they need a bigger trigger area because not everything reaches that high. Seriously. Get some wood pellets into the place. It holds 25,000, but see, it also needs the pellet bags and the empty pallets to put the pellet bags on. So we're going to get some supplies for this place, which I think is pretty neat that they did that with an interactive production like this, where you have to put in the supplies needed. And you can't start the machine up until you have those things. At least the bags, I think. But I get some product put in here. And I think we can go back to work. And I know I don't hype the channel up too much as far as Twitch goes, but it would be nice to get a few more followers on here and maybe a subscriber or two. That'd be really nice. As I said, the income stays on Twitch until I hit their metrics that they want met to be able to cash it out. So if you're worried about anything like that, no, you don't have to be. Oh, I wonder. I'm going to switch farms for a moment over to the cattle ranch. And I need to find out how how his animals are doing. He needs some food for his babies. He's got 3-month-olds. Okay, that's what I needed to know. See, I could see certain things with the other farms, but until I switch to those farms, I can't see everything. So, while we've got an empty truck sitting here, take and fill her up, go feed some cows. He's only got the little ones, so that's something. They're not producing milk as yet. They're too young. He doesn't have any adults in there. So they don't eat as much because they are young. Maybe that's the way to do it when you're first starting up a farm. As I've mentioned previously on other streams, no, I'm not a real world farmer. I don't know all the answers on this. So I'm learning a lot of things. And mostly the knowledge is just for me and in the game. And it's still, 3 o'clock in the afternoon in early September for in-game time. Ironically, it's, well, noon in real life in early September. So, there's that. I think Jim's intention is to get the cows old enough to produce milk, and then if they reproduce, sell some of the grown-up cows so that he can get more babies. But that'll be way down the road a bit. We're just gonna throw his babies some food here. Keep his stock high on that. And of course, we're gonna charge him the going rate for delivering it. Which I think I need to figure out the going rate on that. And it's not too expensive to buy the feed from me. I'm not gonna go crazy on it. See, he's got a bale spike and a tractor, and not much else to his name, really. Besides those cows. He's got some storage space. A silo to work with, but it won't take the TMR, I know that. Oh, I should have written down what the capacity on the truck was, because we filled it up all the way. Well, I have an easy way of finding that out too. Here we are. 22,000. Good grief.
Well, you get upset when you're having computer problems, and I don't know why the internet craps out every time I have YouTube and that open. Actually, anytime I have YouTube open, anything else on the internet goes frozen.
Alright. There are a couple other businesses we could get into, but they're going to be expensive investments before you ever see any kind of return on that investment. So I'm holding off. Things like a stone factory or a stone production and things like that. Okay, there's no selling point, but the current price listed down there that I can see is 174. Alright, as I said, it's not $1,000,000 worth, but, well, it's $3,828 that he owes me. So, being the game doesn't really work with down to the dollar, we'll go, let's see, 3,000. We'll do 3,900 because that's the closest amount. There we are. So, made a little bit of money on that. Go back to my farm. Hop back in the truck, and away we go again. And the cows are a little happier. Yeah, moo to you too. And I don't suspect that this ranch is going to grow too much anytime soon. And he's got a nice house there, though. Give him that. In case you're wondering why I split it up, my farm just doesn't have the finance to do everything. So a couple other farms in the area do help. And that way I kind of work together with them. I do the services, they pay me, they make some money on whatever they're producing. You know. I paid one farm for the crop that I took out of the field for him. We adjusted the price because I did the work, blah, blah, blah. I probably should have set up one more account just as the neighbors. They wouldn't own the land because they're renting from me, but that way I could have set it up that way. But oh, I need, I think, a pickup truck, a trailer to go get supplies for that production. That's right, that's the next thing. And we could put this back up at that yard we're working on with the service berries and all that for the wood chips. The other option, of course, was to sell the wood chips just as wood chips. But we're trying to get our money to work for us. Of course, well, investing doesn't always make money, but sometimes the return is worth the work. We've also got some grass in here to mow, and honestly, the yield really doesn't matter on this field right now. And then I think we're going to get some wood cutting equipment as well. Come in here for some of the bigger trees. Oop. I made the turn the wrong way. Come on. Nope, still not right. There we go. Get it at an angle. Seeing a bigger truck just would not have done much for good. So, I think I'm going to unload that little mower of mine and go and get those supplies real quick, because I don't believe I can fit everything in the truck. Oh, look at that. I left 17% in the chipper. Huh. Why didn't it throw it in the truck earlier? Well, anyway. Park this out of the way and cover it. And I'm enjoying the map. It's a very pretty map. I have family history that's Irish. Don't know them too well. Never really did, but that's beside the point.